Now, on today's show, we'll be taking stock of the Mashe Meji Derby, that is the 89th edition, what transpired in that barren draw. Also, remember, we'll be taking a look at other matches that were played over the weekend and the match that was played on Monday afternoon. And so far, Mathare United secured their second win in the league, and Bidco United got their third, and there is only one team that is yet to get a win this season. That is Zoo Kericho. We'll be taking a look at all the matches that were played in match week 11. Also, in tonight's show, we'll be speaking to Eugene Asike, the Tusker defender. Will be telling us why they are on top of the log at the moment on the FKF Premier League, and also we'll be getting to know more about him. And he was recently certified as graduated recently as a certified personal trainer. We'll be telling us more on why he decided to go that way. And also, remember, he is a lawyer. In studio with me is Cedric Musumba and Roger Sishtemi. And you know, these gentlemen, the gloves are already off. It's all about bare knuckle boxing in FKFPL review. So we want to begin with Tusker, and Jackson Macharia came off the bench to give Tusker a 1-0 win against Wazito, a tie that was played on Friday. And gentlemen, I want us to begin our show taking a look at the results from this tie. And Cedric, I want to begin with you. You enjoyed the matches over the weekend. We'll be getting to the Mashe Meji Derby. I know you are itching to talk about that. But let's begin with the Tusker versus Wazito. What did you make of that match?
It's a statement that Tusker is really trying to make. And I think Matano, where he is, this is his time actually to surge on, and maybe if other teams are not really well prepared about it, they will only realize when Matano has already been crowned as the champion. But if you look at this Tusker that we are actually talking about, it's not the same Tusker that really started this season with FC Leopard. It's a kind of a Tusker that has been improving day in, day out. Yes. And if you go by also how they play, you might not really be able enough to place their player or know where is really to attack them. Yes. The reason why I'm saying this is simply because you realize that at some point the Tusker team that really come from bench, according to Matano, the Tusker team that actually he brings in from the bench is the same team that will really keep on giving them the result that Matano has been yearning for. For instance, we have seen the likes of Jackson Macharia. At the moment he comes from bench, he will give the Matano team the 3 point that really they are really fighting for. Yes. And again, it is a team that doesn't really bank on how many matches it has played. Yes. It's a team that picks a game at a time and collects their point, and they put each and every match behind them as they surge on looking for more results moving ahead.
Roger Sishtemi, I'm certain that you enjoyed seeing the way Jackson Macharia scored that goal against Wazito.
In essence, Macharia just used his experience. Remember, this is not a new player in FKFPL. He was at FK United, and before he crossed over to Tusker, he has been for over, I think, 4 or 5 years. And him coming off the bench and winning the maximum point for Matano tells you exactly what type of player he is. Remember, he received that pass from the youngster Henry Major. It wasn't that a strong pass, but due to defensive lapse between Dennis Khai and the captain Bernard Ochieng, they gave him the room, and there he was. You see how he composed he was. He wasn't in a rush because he knew exactly if by chance the opposition player comes from behind, then that will be a penalty. The composure in him gave him more confidence, and he easily slotted the ball into the back of the net. That already, I think Matano was already celebrating on the touchline because it was in the deep into the stoppage time. But looking exactly how the match panned out, Robbie, I think Tusker was the better side. They've really pushed Wazito to the limit. And Major, as we have already spoken about him, he's a player who has shown the quality in him. Him playing his full debut, his full FKFPL season this year, I think he's the player who has maybe been denied the most by the crossbar or the post, because in most occasions he has always been in that position, in that required position, and even against Wazito, he was denied by the post.
So right now I want us to bring into the fray, you know, one of the members from the Brewers who has been a cog in the defense, and I'm talking about Eugene Asike. We want to speak to him. We want to know how the season has been so far for Tusker. Welcome to the FKFPL Review Show right here on KTN News. Eugene, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing, Robinson?
I'm doing fine. How's your week been?
My weekend has been good. I can say, because we were able to get the 3 points against Wazito. But also in that game, I came off injured in the first half, but just been checked by the physio, nothing serious. I'll be back soon on the ground, sooner rather than later. Yeah.
Yes, you are at the top of the log so far. So how does it feel being here at this moment of the season?
Of course, it's a good feeling, yeah, but it doesn't mean that we rest on our laurels. We have to continue working hard. We know it's only 10 games that we have played, so the league is just taking shape. We have a long way to go, and of course, it gives us good confidence going forward. But we know it's just the beginning. We have a long, long way to go, so we just need to stay focused and take each and every game as it comes. Yeah.
Yes, when the season began, I remember the first game that you played was against FC Leopards, and Ingwe got a 2-1 win against you. Did you, see that probably that was just a blip on the way for you, that you are going to rectify things, and right now you are on the top of the log with 26 points?
Yeah, I can say the first game against FC Leopards, it wasn't an easy match. Of course, playing against FC Leopards, it has quality players, it's a quality team. But in the back of our minds, we knew that we hadn't had a good preseason. We didn't do like the normal season. We didn't go through the friendly matches we normally play. So it wasn't a full good preseason for us as a team. So the first game definitely was going to be hard for us, because you saw in the second half, we had some tired legs on the ground. So after that, we worked on our fitness. The match fitness came up, and now we're starting to see the results. So, yeah.
Yes, when you take a look at Tusker, and right here on the FKFPL Review Show on KTN, Cedric Rogers Ishtemi, we've always spoken about the youngsters that are coming up in Tusker, and one to be particular has impressed, and even on our Player of the Week he's appeared twice, that is Henry Major, and among other youngsters that are coming up. What can you say about these youngsters that are at Brewers?
For me, the first time I saw Henry Major once when he was signed by Tusker. Of course, he came in shy the first session, but I could see the quality in him, yeah, because he's shy off the field, but on the field he's really confident. He knows what he wants. He's hungry to improve, and also one thing that caught my eye is that he's ready to learn, So I just wish him all the best. I hope he stays grounded and focuses on what he's supposed to do on the ground. And we are all here to support him as the experienced players at Tusker. Yeah.
Now, aside from Henry Major, of course, you have other youngsters in the squad. What can you say about the future?
To be honest, I can say the future at Tusker is really bright for the young players, because they came into the team where the team is mixed with experienced players and young players. So I believe the blend is really good. At Tusker, it's a good environment for the young players to really learn and to grow and gain that experience, because of course at Tusker there's the pressure of winning titles. It has always been there, but I believe the environment is really good to learn and to grow and improve as a player. So There are many youngsters at Tusker, for sure, but I believe with the experienced coach we have, with the experienced technical bench we have, I believe they're in good hands to improve and to better up their game. Yeah.
Now that you've spoken about pressure being there at Tusker to win a title, this season it seems that the momentum is on your side. Should we expect you to win the league?
Good question, but I'll ask you the same question. I believe it's better you ask me the same question come the last day of the season, because it's not that we don't believe we can win the title, but I believe it's too early to start talking about winning the title. It's something that we, Tusker, know we have a good chance of winning it, but we don't want to get overexcited. We just want to stay focused and take each and every game as it comes, one game at a time, yeah? So, but I'll challenge you to ask me the same question come the end of the season, the last game of the season. Yeah.
Well, of course, I'll be waiting to ask that question come May. Now, let's get to, your personal development. And last week, you graduated from the National Academy of Sports, and this was your certified personal trainer. Aside from that, also, you are a graduate in law. I mean, why did you decide to get to become a certified personal trainer?
For me, I've really loved working out and staying in shape. But it's not only because I'm playing football, but I believe it's a lifestyle for me. It's no longer that I'm playing football that I go work out. It has turned out to be a lifestyle for me in terms of just taking care of myself and in general health. I believe it's important to work out and all that. So I decided to pursue that, and I got certified, and I studied for around 8 months, sat for my exams, which wasn't easy, but eventually I was able to pass the exams, and I got certified. So it's all about it's all about my lifestyle, how I wanna see myself, and I wanna take care of myself. Actually, I wanna take care of myself and just try and be in good shape and avoid any underlying diseases. I can, yeah.
Well, of course, congratulations for that, and thank you for getting time to talk to us right here on the FKFPL show on KTN News. That is Eugene Asike, who has been the cog of Tusker's defense this season. Remember, the Brewers are on top of the Football Kenya Federation Premier League at the moment with 26 points. Thanks a lot, Eugene Asike. Now, gentlemen, of course, you've listened to Eugene Asike talk about what the prospects are at the Brewers. And Cedric, let me begin with you. He said that they have youngsters, and when you take a look at these youngsters, the future is bright for Tusker. What do you make of that?
I like the fact that Eugene Asike, with the experience that he's bringing into this particular Tusker, he also have a room to these so-called youngsters.
Yes.
And he's actually ready even to share as in holistically with this youngster and place them to where they are supposed to be. And at a time, I also like the fact that he loves seeing more youngsters coming to the team.
Yes.
To the essence that when he speaks, you can see a kind of a leader in him. You can see somebody who really wants Tusker maybe at the end of the season to either be crowned as the champion, but then again, he's uncertain to give us that particular communication as it stands right now, simply because he knows very well that he's really working into the farm of competition, competition whereby it's not really given to Tusker only, but all other these 18 teams that are competing against them, they are as well as fighting for this particular champion, as in the championship come at the end of the season. But all said about Tusker, I think Tusker, as well as FC Leopard and Gor Mahia, is just as big as those two teams.
Yes.
And Tusker, when they are on the pitch, they trade as if they are really fighting for the last day of their season. And that's why Eugene Asike, if you keenly listen to him, you will realize that he was at some point coy not to tell you if they will really end up winning this particular league, but at the back of his heart, you will again see somebody who is happy by how they have been taking a stride into this particular league, given that they are on the top of the league.
Yes.
But now, here comes a fact that maybe might be making Eugene Asike not to give us a holistic result of Tusker maybe being crowned the champion at the end. The fact that they are on top, but they have really played many matches. That's why the fact that he took us some steps back, telling us that their preseason wasn't really that good,
yes.
and maybe that's the reason why they started on a low note. But they have picked up, they reassembled themselves, they are actually now earmarked their space, and they are now hammering, digging team one by one, and they are taking their game at one at a time. This is a team, as in according to how we have been analyzing and as in trying to place it, their player each and in every part of the pitch,
yes.
It is a team that has grown by age to actually earmark this space, and if well managed and well really taken care of, gonna give as in put a smile on the face of Matano come the end of this particular season.
Yes. Now, Eshtemi, Eugene has told us it's not all about sport. You also have to look at the education side of it.
It's not easy to juggle between education and sports. That is, I've known it for a while, because not many sportsmen have made it to education-wise, because you understand, many people think that sportsmen are always people who are focused on doing maybe the athletics, the volleyball, the rugby, the football, but they can't do it in class. But here it is. Asike has proved that footballers or other sportsmen and women can also do it in class. And here he's now a lawyer, and now he's a personal trainer. That's a challenge to other sportsmen and women outside there. They should also try to venture into academics, because once you reach the sunset, or rather your football career is over, you'll have to turn to somewhere to try at least to continue getting something from there. And while on it, Robbie, I think Tusker is also a well-balanced team, and the competition level in that team doesn't giving anybody an assured starting place in the team. That's why you find, in most cases, there's always a rotation in that team. Somebody who has impressed in training will have a chance to feature in the team. Look at the striking side of it. There's a competition between David Majak and Henry Major. So whoever impresses in the training gets a chance. Look at the back. It's not the same, because you see the other Sammy Major has been frozen out of the team. Right now, he's just watching on the terraces, because Matano has the likes of Ambunya, Hilary Wandera, who are doing a good job. Also in the goalkeeping department, the previous game, Michael Wanjala got injured. Robert Mbaye also got injured. Right now, it is Emery Mvurekure who is doing the job. So it's equally a well-balanced team with a lot of competition for the places.
So we take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the Mashe Meji derby that ended in a barren draw. That will be just in a bit.